Episode 46. We are looking at the Patriots roster as it possibly looks right now. Also, the Patriots signed 2 wide receivers. Stay tuned.
Welcome to The Sports Perspective, an American football fancast about the New England Patriots and also news from around the league. Here is your host, Roy.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to The Sports Perspective. I am your host, Roy, and on today's show, we got some stuff to discuss. The Patriots season starts in a little over a week. We have some interesting thoughts on the Patriots season, which I'm going to get into right now. Now, the season starts next week. What are some things that you guys are looking for? Me personally, I'm wondering, how will the defense play? Will the defense actually be better than the one we saw in the Super Bowl? Will they actually tackle people? From the things we've seen so far, yeah. There'll be a lot better tackling. It looks like, hopefully, the pass rush can get reinvigorated, I guess. They didn't do anything spectacular the last couple of games. The first couple of games, they were balls to the wall, did really well. And as far as the offense, first 4 weeks, no Julian Edelman. Will they get help at wide receiver? You know, as of right now, they really only have 3 receivers signed. Yeah, and I know they have some guys, young guys, blah, 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 blah. But let's face it, they have 3 guys right now. Will they get some real help? Will they? And can they stay above water until Edelman gets back? You know, Edelman's gone for 4 games. Do they have enough to stay relevant? No one expects them to go 0-4. Yeah, I get that. But 2-2, 1-3, that would be tough. And Tom Brady, when's he going to start playing his age? It's got to happen at some point. It's got to happen. You know it, I know it. At some point, he's going to show his age. Is this the year? And our running backs. Is this the best collection of running backs we've ever had on the Patriots? We've got some pretty good running backs. This could be the best collection we've ever had. And because of that, could they become more of a running team? No, I'm not saying they're going to be a run-dominating defense. Offense. But could they actually use the running backs? I don't know. More screens, maybe? I'd love the Patriots to throw more screens, personally. But some of these answers will get answered possibly by the time Julian Edelman comes back. And maybe we'll have some answers. And when he comes back, you know they're going to get better. Obviously, because he's Julian Edelman. And Brady loves some Julian. All right, let's get some news now. Now, some Patriots have changed some jersey numbers, and just to fill you guys in, running back Sonny Michel changed his number from 29 to 26. Just so you know. And rookie cornerbacks, Duke Dawson is now wearing number 29, and cornerback J.C. Jackson is now wearing 27. And the 2 new wide receivers, Chad Hansen was wearing number 16, and Amara Dorba. I think I said his name correctly. He's wearing number 82. He's out of Michigan, by the way. Go Blue. I'm a big Michigan fan. And we're going to get more on these 2 wide receivers in a little bit. But go Michigan. Go Michigan. Now, one thing I was talking about during the preseason is Dwayne Allen. If he were to stay, my guess was he would have to take a pay cut. And he actually did that. He took a pay cut. Wasn't a monster pay cut, but he was getting $4.5 million, and he cut that down to $3 million. But he could earn another $1.5 million in incentives. So that's pretty cool. And I expected that to happen. You know, he's a good blocking tight end who catches the ball a little bit. But I don't know, $5 million for a guy just to block. That's a lot of money. And who catches the ball, not so much. Of course, he can catch the ball, which is the funny thing. They just didn't use him in that respect very much. Now, the Patriots signed some practice squad players. Let's introduce you to these guys. They got 8 players. Defensive end Trent Harris. Cornerback Jamal Wiltz. Running back Ralph Webb, who had a very good preseason early. He looked pretty damn good, so it's nice to see him back here. And everyone's favorite quarterback, Danny Etling. He's on the practice squad. Yay. Goody. And defensive tackle Vincent Valentine, who has seen some playing time with the Patriots. They re-signed him on the practice squad. Pretty cool. He was a pretty decent player for them. I'm kind of surprised no one picked him up. Took a flyer on him. And guard center James Ferentz. Offensive tackle / guard Cole Croston, which he was a bubble guy of making the roster to begin with. And wide receiver Riley McCarron, which I thought he might make the team because they need wide receivers. But no one else wanted him. What does that tell you? But anyway, the Patriots did sign 2 receivers. Desperately for wide receiver help. The Patriots claimed Chad Hansen and Amara Darabar. And I'm hearing Patriot Nation grumbling and getting nervous. These aren't exactly big-time names. Take a deep breath, relax. Remember, in Belichick we trust. A lot more shoes are going to fall. Who knows what's going to happen? I just get a feeling there's something going to happen. A trade. Someone's going to be let go last minute, or someone has been let go, who they're going to sign. It could happen today, who knows. But there's more shoes to fall here, guys. Just stay tuned. There's more stuff to happen. And Mike Gillislee, who was cut by the Patriots, didn't have to wait long to get picked up. He has been signed to a 1-year deal with the Saints. So the Saints snatched him up really quickly. And Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network is reporting this. It's a 1-year deal. So good luck to him. He was a good guy here. He didn't do a whole lot, but he had that one great game against us. That's for sure. One awesome game against us, and we signed him, and it is what it is. And how about Khalil Mack? What the hell is Oakland doing? They traded him to the Bears. 6-year extension he gets for $23.5 million per season. Wow. Thank you, Oakland. Wow. What were they thinking? And he was traded because he was holding out. He wanted a big contract, and I guess Oakland didn't or couldn't give it to him. Jesus. So that should help the Chicago defense, huh? Khalil Mack playing on that Chicago defense, bringing back that glory of that monster defense from the 80s. Man, can you imagine Khalil Mack on the Patriots? That would have been awesome. But I digress. Speaking of our New England Patriots, let's take a look at their roster. Now, this is what the roster is perceived right now. Things could change. Things are in flux. Until the game time, things could happen. Now, we all know Tom Brady is the quarterback. And his backup is Brian Hoyer. Basically, if Brady goes down, we're screwed, so he can't get hurt. Now, the running backs, expected Rex Burkhead to start. James White will be the backup. And then you got Sony Michel and Jeremy Hill. Now, I would expect Sony Michel to be the 4th guy here. Jeremy Hill, Burkhead, and White, I expect to get the bulk of the playing time early because Michel hasn't played at all. He's been hurt. He had that knee scope and drain. So when a rookie gets hurt early in the camp and they can't play in the preseason, that puts them way behind. So we'll see when he even gets into a game. We'll see how smart he is, because if he gets into a game sooner rather than later, this is a smart kid. Because usually when players get hurt as rookies, you don't see them for a little while. But anyway, this group could do some damage. Really do some damage. And fullback, we have James Devlin. He's back. And that's a good pickup / keep for the Patriots. He's a good player. Now, let's take a look at our loaded wide receiver position. We have Chris Hogan, Philip Dorsett, who finally looked like a player that the Patriots could use. And he actually said that it took him a while to understand the Patriots system. And when he finally understood what Brady expected, where he expected him to be, everything just kind of clicked. So hopefully he can build on this. And Cordero Patterson, the speed guy. Now, Edelman doesn't count on the roster because he's serving a 4-game suspension. So, man, we're going to miss him in the first 4 games. We're definitely going to miss Edelman. And it's going to be interesting to see how the running backs fit into all this. Will they use some of the running backs in 4 or 5 receiver rotations? That'd be interesting to see. Could you do 3 wide receivers, 2 running backs in the backfield, run them out in pass plays? It's going to be very interesting. Time will tell how this all fans out. They can even just run the ball. They do have the players. I'm telling you, they do have the players to run the ball. But will they? Then at tight end, you got Rob Gronkowski, Dwayne Allen, and Jacob Hollister. Pat's a solid here. I like them all. And another thing, could these guys get more action in the wide receiver slots? Hollister's a little banged up right now, so he might not be ready to go. But he's a guy who could fit into a slot wide receiver or some type of a wide receiver position temporarily. We'll see. Now, how the offensive line looks, they have Trent Brown, Joe Tooney, David Andrews, Shaq Mason, Marcus Cannon, Adrian Waddle, yay, Ted Karras. It's a good little group. Nothing special. Nothing special at all. They'll have the good moments, the bad moments, but they're consistent. They'll be pretty good. And they protect the most important element of our team, TB12. So they better be good. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, this is where I expect the Patriots to really be a lot better this year. Whether they can sustain it all the way through the season, who knows? But at defensive tackle, Danny Shelton, Lawrence Guy, Malcolm Brown, and Adam Butler. And you're like, but I'm telling you, these guys here are going to be better than people think. I really believe they will be better than we all think. Now, the defensive ends are the reason why the defensive tackles will be a lot better. You got Trey Flowers, Adrian Claiborne, Derek Rivers, who looked really fast and strong, Dietrich Wise Jr., who's coming off a good rookie season, and Keontae Davis and Gino Grisham, good solid backups. Could this be the year we actually have a pass rush that gets in people's faces without having to blitz every down? Could this be the year? Could it? Could this be the year we have a good front seven? Time will tell. Now at linebacker, which is part of the front seven, we have Dante Hightower, Kyle Van Noy, Eldon Roberts, Jawan Bentley, rookie, who looked really good in the preseason. During the draft, all I kept hearing was how slow he was and how he's a good run stopper, but he's slow. He's not quick enough. He looked pretty quick in the preseason, so we'll see. And you got Nicholas Grigsby, who's a little surprised to make the team. This is a good run-stopping team. And Calvin Noe is a good coverage guy. Looking pretty good. The front seven looks pretty damn good. And then you have the corners. Stephon Gilmore, Eric Rowe, rookie Duke Dawson, who didn't play much at all after the first game, but hopefully he'll settle in after a while and be the slot corner he should be. Get Jonathan Jones, J.C. Jackson, rookie, and Keon Crossan, who had a shaky start but came on strong. Now, J.C. Jackson was undrafted, and Keon Crossan was a 7th-round draft pick. So these two rookies made the team, and it's weird to say that the Patriots are getting younger at cornerback. That's kind of strange. One of our weakest parts of our team, and we're actually getting younger. Again, in Belichick we trust. I think this is a pretty good group. I know you're all saying, oh yeah, you're just a Patriots guy, but I'm telling you, this might not all come together week 1, week 2, week 5, but by the end of the year, I believe this will be a really solid defense. Better than last year. Unless we have injuries, obviously. Now, as far as the safeties go, Devin McCourty, Patrick Chung, Deron Harmon, and Jason McCourty. 1 week ago, Jason McCourty was on the outs, maybe not making the team. And he could be an extra corner / safety now, who could do a couple different things. Will he play special teams? I don't know. We'll see what happens there. Now, we have some specialists. Steven Gostkowski, the kicker, obviously. Ryan Allen, the punter holder. Joe Cardona, snapper. Big bad Matthew Slater, the big dog of the Patriots, I think. And then you got Nate Ebner and Brandon King. Those are all special team players. Now, earlier I mentioned that we had signed a couple players. We claimed a couple players off the wire. So let's talk about these guys real quick. Now, wide receiver Chad Hansen, he's one of the 2 guys claimed on Sunday. He's 6'1", 185, and he was drafted by the Jets originally out of California. And what he says he brings is a deep threat capability, who was actually a track star in high school. And he actually won a championship in the 100 meters. So he's a speed guy, and hopefully he can catch the football. We know how speed guys work. They can run all over the field, but can they catch the football and hold on to it? Yeah, we'll see. Time will tell. And now, wide receiver Amara Darboh. I'm saying his name right. Darboh. I was saying Darboh. Amara Darboh. I can't say his name. You know what I mean. He was drafted by Seattle originally from Michigan. Go Blue. I'm a Wolverine fan. I said it earlier. Go Michigan. I know they lost. Shut up. But he's a 6'2", 215-pound receiver who's known as a good route runner with good ball skills. And he's willing to block. If this is not a Patriots type of receiver, I don't know what is. I'm looking forward to seeing him get in there and play. I want to see that. He kind of excites me. He's from Michigan. He's a big guy. He's a good route runner, which Brady loves, excellent route runners, with ball skills. We'll see how these guys work out. Now, Sunday, September 9th. Are you ready for some football? The Houston Texans are coming to town. They're coming here to Foxborough at 1 p.m. on CBS. Now, I like playing teams like this early. Again, like the Patriots, they're really good teams. if they're going to have bad games, it's usually early in the season when they're still trying to figure out themselves. That's where you can catch them sleeping. Or catch them trying to, all right, let's figure this out, see who we are this year. You know, maybe we can catch Deshaun Watson off his game a little bit. He torched us last time we played him. And maybe he won't just be quite Deshaun yet. And they do get some weapons on offense. You know, they have DeAndre Hopkins, who I love. I'm a huge DeAndre fan. Alfred Blue, who's a good little player. Lamar Miller, the veteran, who's probably going to get the bulk of the carries, I would expect. And then on defense, they have Clowney and J.J. Watt, who both are beasts. Now, Watt, you got to worry about because he's had some back stuff going on the last few years. And once that starts happening, man, you got to be careful. Just got to be careful. Their linebackers and defensive line players, they're really good. Now, on offense, their O-line, they give up a ton of sacks last year. You know, and that could be a weak point that the Patriots hopefully can exploit. Now, the secondary isn't especially strong either. So, we'll have to see with our depleted wide receiver ranks what the Patriots can do on offense. Because you're going to figure who they're throwing the ball to. They don't have that many. But as far as this game goes, I think this is a game the Patriots can win. I am picking the Patriots in this game. But I'll tell you, I'm only doing it because it's here and not in Houston. If we were in Houston, I think we get slaughtered. I don't think it's even close. I think they destroy us. But it's here. And when they were here last time, we took everything they had, and it was still a good close game. But because we're home, I'm taking the Patriots. And I'm going to tell you 27-21 Patriots. That's my score. I don't necessarily think Brady will have a 3-touchdown game. I think we might have 3 running touchdowns. I could definitely see that. Definitely see 3 running touchdowns. And maybe even a defensive score or 2. But that's how I see it. I think the Patriots win a close one. And I think our defense plays pretty well. All right, guys. That is the show for today. If you're listening on Spreaker, like and subscribe. Apple Podcasts, please subscribe, rate, and review. And if you have any questions, comments, or want to give your perspective on what was discussed, you can reach me on Facebook at Roy Brady, email sportsperspective17@gmail.com, Twitter, Roy Brady Jr. Until next week, everyone, have a good one. Enjoy the game, and go Patriots.